What's going on, everybody? It's Tuesday night at 7 o'clock on the East Coast. It is time to talk about fitness and how you can do things to make your life better. Before we do that, I want to remind you to subscribe to my channel. If you haven't subscribed already, click on the bell so you're notified every time I put out a video. I do these lives every Tuesday night, and I put out a video sometime later in the week, usually Thursday or Friday. It could be an interview. It could be something educational. Who knows? You got to subscribe to see what it is. If you get information in here that you find useful, please share this information. This is hopefully something that not just you like and can apply, but information in general about health and fitness. We talk about all sorts of things. I've got a bunch of stuff on this channel. So if you see something in this session, if you see something session, I don't know what it's called. If you see something on any of the other videos that I watch, please share them. Hopefully it can help somebody you care about improve their quality of life, improve their physical freedom, feel better, get healthy, all that good stuff. All right, appreciate it. Today we're talking about useless exercises. We're going to talk about useless exercises that actually may not be useless. And before we talk about that, we need to talk about what is the point of exercise? What is the point of fitness? Okay, exercises and fitness. You guys know how I feel about what fitness is all about. It's not about six packs. It's not about looking good. It's not about losing weight. Fitness is about improving your body's ability to do work. It is about your body's ability to manage stress. It is about your ability to exercise your freedom through physical activity. Fitness is about being able to do what you want to do when you want to do it without help, being independent. Okay. That's what fitness is about. It's about your quality of life. It's about you being fulfilled and happy and content with what your body can do. That being said, there are some exercises that are absolutely useless for you. There are some exercises that are absolutely useless for you that may not be useless for me. Okay. Here's the thing about exercise and about fitness. It is 110% subjective. Okay. What you want to do, where you want to go, and where you are starting from is the benchmark by which you decide what is going to work and what is not going to work. So when you look at something and you have to evaluate that exercise, is this going to help me? Can I do it safely? What are the things that we look at when we talk about the work that we're going to do and how we're going to approach our exercise and fitness routine? Okay, we talk about three things. We talk about technique. We talk about consistent performance of that technique, and then we talk about intensity doesn't change until the first two things happen. Okay, so when we talk about an exercise, is it useless or not? Is it something that I can do? Am I physically able to do it or not? If I'm not able to do it, then that exercise isn't going to help me. Okay, I need to scale and modify. That's where scaling and modification comes in. I need to scale a movement so that I can do a version of that exercise maybe that is going to help me improving it better without being too intense or too complicated or whatever it may be. Okay. So that's kind of where we're looking at. There are movements that in and of themselves, for the majority of people, aren't good. There's no need to do them. Okay. Let's just take, for instance, a barbell snatch. Okay. It's an Olympic movement, Olympic weightlifting movement. It's a competitive movement. Okay. You see it's gained much more popularity since the advent of CrossFit because it's a staple CrossFit movement. Olympic lifting is one of the staple modalities or types of movements and exercises that people do in CrossFit. Okay. You don't need to do barbell snatches to be functionally fit. But CrossFit is a functional fitness program. So why do they have snatches? Well, here's why they have snatches. Okay. Snatches require a whole bunch of movement, flexibility, stability, coordination, accuracy, power, strength. Okay, these things sound familiar. These are all components of fitness. In order to do a snatch properly, the development of the skill to do a snatch is what's going to improve your functional fitness. The snatch in and of itself is pointless. Nobody needs to do them. Okay. The reason they're in CrossFit and the reason that a lot of people learn how to do them and get better at them is that The more you learn, the better you get at doing the snatch, the more fit you're going to be. Okay. That's again, scaling and modification. You don't go from nothing right into learning the snatch. So for you, if you're watching this and you are working out at home, you don't have a barbell. Okay. You are just working on starting something because you've never done anything for fitness before. And for you, taking a walk around the block, getting up out of your chair 5, 10 times a day, walking up the stairs, taking a dumbbell and carrying it around the house, whatever it may be, there may be something that you're just doing that's just a little bit more than where you are, because that's how we want you to get started. A little bit more than where you are right now. Okay. The idea of even touching a barbell is pointless for you right now. Absolutely pointless. You don't need that. What you need is a little bit more than where you are right now. And that's absolutely fine. Okay. The discussion of exercises and what's good, what's useless, or what's not is kind of a ridiculous discussion, because it's all about what are you trying to do? Okay. For me, barbell snatches are an expression of the skill that I've developed in order to do them. Okay. So here's another take on that. So learning how to do barbell snatches forced me to learn how to have good shoulder stability, improve the flex range of motion in my hips and my ankles, work on strength and upper body core activation. Like, there's a lot of things in doing a barbell snatch that you have to develop in order to be able to perform that movement. Just performing that movement in and of itself isn't training anything. Okay. The barbell snatch is an expression of the work I did beforehand. Okay. I had to develop power. I had to develop range of motion. I had to develop all of these things, and then I could do a snatch. It's a great corollary to what I just talked about a minute ago about what fitness is all about. Okay. The barbell snatch is the corollary to your life. Okay. Think about the barbell snatch is the things in your life that you want to do that you can't do yet. All of the skills and all of the things that you need to do to improve what you do in the dumbbell snatch are all of the things that you need to do to improve what you can do in your everyday life. Your everyday life is what you're doing. That's your expression of the changes and the improvement that you made in your body. Just like the dumbbell snatch isn't training anything. Okay. It's a technically useless exercise because it's not training anything. The training happens before you get to do the snatch. Getting better at the snatch is what is the training. It's not the snatch. Okay. It's the work you have to do, like I said, for shoulder mobility, hip mobility, and all those other things. Okay. The expression of your ability is the corollary there. Okay. The exercise in and of itself can be useless. Okay. But the point is improving your ability to do it. Okay. So let's talk about some things. Let's get some specific things. Okay. Olympic lifting is one example. If you don't have a barbell, if you're not trying to get to a point where you want to lift heavy weights, okay, because your goals may have to do with hiking. Maybe I want to set a goal to be able to hike 5 miles. I don't need to do Olympic lifting to do that. Olympic lifting for me is useless. Okay. Overhead squats, barbell snatches, kipping pull-ups, muscle-ups, handstands, Turkish get-ups. There are a ton of exercises, okay, that fall outside of the realm of just the 7 essential movements, okay? Squatting, lunging, hinging, pulling, pushing, twisting, and carrying. Those are the 7 things that we need to be able to do, all right? The super complex movements, okay, that are some of the ones I just talked about, muscle ups, handstand push-ups, Turkish get-ups. You don't need to do those to be functionally fit. Okay. If you get to a point where you feel comfortable doing the 7 essential movements and you feel like you have the ability to do all 7 of those things, okay. Hey, Lana. Again, squatting, hinging, pushing, pulling, okay, twisting, carrying, lunging, okay. If you feel like you're at a point where you can do all of those things fairly competently and you're looking for some variety, You're looking for a challenge. You're looking for some improvement. You're looking for something else to kind of fine tune where you're at. Okay. Because those are very broad. The 7 essential movements are very broad. We can get all sorts of levels of specificity and more detail inside that those ranges of movements. That's where more complex, increase the intensity. Okay. So you start out with just getting up and down out of your chair. You perform that, you learn how to do that properly, you perform that consistently, then you can increase the technique or the intensity. So the intensity goes, now I'm going to get up and down out of my chair, but I'm going to hold some weight against my chest or in my arms or on my shoulders when I get up and down out of my chair. Okay. You get to a point where that becomes fairly easy and you feel confident doing that. You've been able to perform it consistently. You don't feel like you're going to get hurt. It's not that much of a challenge. So now you say, all right, I'm going to hold this weight and I'm going to start walking up and down stairs with weight. Okay. The more you perform something consistently, then the next step is to increase the intensity. Okay. You're going to get to a point where you ask yourself, what's next? That's where what was useless maybe doesn't become quite so useless anymore. Maybe you're looking at, hey, a Turkish get up might be something I really want to try. Maybe you start with a half a Turkish get up. Okay. This is one of the reasons why CrossFit is so popular. Okay. Because they got all this stuff. There's this giant umbrella of exercises that are sport specific. Okay. They draw from different sports. Okay. Gymnastics, strongman, Olympic lifting, powerlifting, plyometrics. Like there's a ton of stuff in CrossFit and in my program. Okay. My program is functional fitness. I pull a lot of stuff from a lot of different areas. Okay. The key to making the useless be not useless is in being able to modify where someone's at, but keep that progression available because you're going to get better. And that's what's cool about this. Okay. The idea of having useless exercises that you aren't ready for yet, they're useless now, okay, is what keeps you going forward. It's that progression because you're going to get better. If you're consistent, you're going to get stronger. If you're consistent, you're going to improve your range of motion. You're going to improve your metabolic flexibility. You're going to be able to do all sorts of things that you've never been able to do before. So the idea, the concept, the mindset part of this whole process is you have to understand that there's going to be new stuff that you get to do. Okay, you got to start wanting what's the next thing? What's something that I can learn? The idea that your body will be able to do things that you can't even comprehend it can do right now is probably going to go over a lot of people's heads. Okay. And I love being a coach. This is one of the best parts about being a coach is when that light bulb turns on in someone's head and they're like, wait, I can do this. I have the ability to do more than I thought I could do. That could be just in a workout. That could be going harder, getting more reps. That could be trying an exercise they never thought they'd be able to do because their body can now do it. That could be going heavier on a movement because they figured, well, I didn't get as much of a workout. Maybe I'll try this with heavier weight. And then they do it. And then they realize, holy crap, I'm getting better. I can do more. I can do more. That's what we're looking for. That's what progressive development is all about. Okay. So there are technically no useless movements. Okay. So the idea of useless exercises is kind of really a misnomer. It's a little bit of a grab to get your attention. Okay. It's useless for where you're at right now. But as you progress, as you get better, because you're going to get better, as you get better, there are going to be things that you want to try. And if you don't have those things in front of you, you don't know about these other things, that's one of the reasons why in the program, anybody that's watching that's in the program, you ask yourself, how come Coach Bronson always has these heavy, heavy weights in with all the exercises? Okay. The RX weight. Okay. So if you're in the program, you're going to see that I always have a prescribed weight and a set movement. Okay, I don't put every option of everything in there. Otherwise, you guys would not be able to read, number one, just realistically, you wouldn't be able to read the workout because there'd be so many options in the workout. Okay. But the basic movement and the weight for that movement, what I want you to do is a target. That weight right now, many people, okay, probably couldn't do it. In some of those exercises, the weight that we put in there, I probably wouldn't want to do it at that weight. Okay. But it is a target. It is giving you a goal for something that you can work to. Okay. Because here's the key. Here's the key. This is the secret sauce. Okay. Never sell yourself short. Always set a goal that pushes your comfort zone. That's what this is all about. Right, Joy? I know you love the RX weight. You love it. Okay. Always set a goal that pushes your comfort zone. The idea of doing something that is going to help you get better is based on doing more than what you're doing right now. Okay. You don't really like it. But Joy, so since you're chatting real quick, have you noticed over the time that you've been in the program that the weights you're using for a lot of the movements have gone up, or you've been able to do more reps, right? There's a progression and there's things. What about the skill or technique of some of the exercises? Do you feel like you've learned things or done things that are more complicated than maybe you did when you first started? That'd be really cool to hear how that's going for you. So that's what we're talking about, guys. There is no useless movement from a needing to learn how to do certain things with your body in order to execute the movement. The movement in and of itself may be an expression of your physical ability, but it may not help improve your physical ability in and of itself, and that's okay. All right. I have a note here I'm looking at real quick here. When you do take the risk to move forward, this should be said for almost, yeah. There's always, we're going to get into that. Function and form go hand in hand. Okay. So when you're evaluating this stuff, make sure that you're looking at why am I doing it? Okay. Is it functional? Is it fulfilling a need that I have in my life? Okay. And is the technique, is the execution of that within my capability? Okay. To do safely. All right. So that's it real quick, guys. It's just nice, a quick one, just something to keep in mind that if you find a challenging movement, if you see something online and you're like, oh my God, there's no way I would ever do that. Don't count your eggs before they hatch. Okay. If you're consistent, there's going to be things that one day, all right, you're going to be like, hey, you know what? I never thought I'd do that, but I'm doing it now. Okay. I know there's been a handful of people that have been in my program who left the program, which I think is fantastic because they went from an online virtual program where I was helping them improve their health and fitness, where they could go into a CrossFit gym, right, and work with some people one-on-one in person. And they were introduced to some new things that they are now crushing it and absolutely loving what their body can do because they took that step outside their comfort zone and went to do some of those things that they thought, I have no use for that initially, right? Until they tried it. And then they realized, oh my God, this is making me better because it was approachable. It was scalable. They were met where they were at. There's nothing forcing them to do something that they're not ready for. Okay. So that's the thing. Useless is a broad term, but really the question is, can you use it now? That's the question. If you can, then do it. If you can't, find a way to make it so that you can. Because the more you do it, the more consistent you are, the better you're going to be. All right, Joy, what are you saying? You got 30 pounds for certain exercises. Push-ups are getting easier. I love it. Yep. So progression, right? It's all about progression. I'm sure that 30-pound dumbbells isn't where you started, right? You probably started, I don't know if you started with something lighter than that before. But it's a progression, guys. If you have any questions about the program, talk to Joy. If you're in the Facebook group, hop on the Facebook group and ask people about it. It's designed to be where you are. You start at 15. That's fantastic. So you've doubled the weight that you're doing in most of the exercises. That's fantastic. How long have you been in the program? I don't even remember off the top of my head. I know you've been one of our longer tenured subscribers. Joy, we should do an interview. Are you up for that? We should get you on, talk about your story, how you like the app, and all that kind of stuff. I think that would be a fantastic idea. What do you guys think? You guys think Joy and I should get on a video and do that? Oh no, I froze. Joy, I was saying that I think you and I should get on a video and do an interview, and we can talk about your experience, your background, how you got started, and what you're doing in there right now. I think that'd be awesome. All right, I'll contact you. We can talk about that. All right, guys. Does anybody have any questions? It's pretty straightforward today. I just want you to understand that nothing's useless. Even if something is challenging, something about it is going to help you improve your health and fitness as long as you approach it safely, approach it, be wise about it, take your time, don't rush it, and make sure it fits you. Cool. All right, guys. Easy chat today. If you guys have any questions or things that you want me to talk about, please let me know. Okay. I want to talk about things that are applicable to the stuff you're going through right now. So please, please, please send me some questions. Don't forget, today's Tuesday. Tomorrow is the third Wednesday of January. Okay. It is the first group Zoom call. So every third Wednesday of the month at 7 p.m. Eastern, I'm going to do a group call. Bring your questions. We're going to get into the details. If you have specific things about your macros, your workout plan, modifying movements, injuries, when you should sleep, how much protein you need, any and all questions. Okay. Bring those in. I want to give you specific time to answer your questions, help get you on track, bust through plateaus, whatever it may be. But you just go to my website, theapextrainings.com. I've got links in the descriptions here. You can go there and sign up for the group coaching at 6 months, a 6-month subscription. And then we'll get to talk every single month about stuff that's specifically related to what you're going through. All right. So take it easy, guys, and I'll see you next week.